Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, I'm trying to think how I want to get these rails back out of this station. I'm wondering whether or not I want to try and bring them up this way, to connect up on this section of the rails, or if I want to maybe take them over this way. And I'm undecided at the moment. I'm not 100% sure on what I want to do, or how I want to handle it. I was also thinking of maybe raising this part of the rail here, so that we don't have to worry about this ramp going up and over. We could just bring it up to this level, and it would be fine. So that's definitely something I'm considering. And I think I might actually enact that. So, yeah, let's just tear up a little bit of stuff. Oh, God. Don't tear away foundations from where you're actually standing. That's a 2-meter one. I can't use that. Obviously, this is going to make a bit of a difference when it comes down to the off-ramp going down this way. But we might be able to manage it. Although I suppose if we were to be doing this, we could potentially bring the rails a little further over. That would give us more room to work with taking an off-ramp down that way. Which is not something I'm against. I mean, this definitely needs to be up at this height anyway, because we need to... I mean, we could bring it down by 1 meter just to smooth out the transition there, but I think I'll stick with this as it is. Let's get the foundations going across this way, and we can start reorganizing this stuff. Oh, this is awkward. Every time I try to bring it around here, it's going to snap down there, so I'm going to have to dismantle all of these rails first. I was hoping to try and use them as a bit more of a guideline. Maybe it's because those ones ramp up. But, yeah, there we go, that got that in. Bring this out a little bit, and then we can take this one down here. So I think this was all done on 1 meter ramps, wasn't it? Yeah. So we could probably just change this up to be 2 meter or something. Bring this across like that. Yeah, put that ramp on the wrong way round. What's wrong with me? There we go. Okay, that got that sorted. So now I just need to try and bring these rails down. There we go. Just about got it all connected back up the way it was. And I think it's going to work a lot better. Oh, got to reconnect this bit as well. There we are. So I still have to reconnect things up to the main network. But while we're focusing... Like, we don't have trains that run along here that aren't the screw train, so... It's not a huge problem. Or do you just want to try and clear out some more of this stuff? Also make it easier to drive the car around this way, which would be handy. But I'll leave it like that for now. I want to try and sort out the output connections from this. And then we need to start thinking about the actual transfer of materials, because that's definitely something we want to think about. You know, actually getting trains back on the tracks. We'll reconnect this lot. Let's say, okay. Let's pull this line out here. And I'm going to say we'll start with ramps going up this way. I'm going to take the output line over this way. And I'm going to bring this line, or bring foundations over from here. So this will be where we output. Connect you in over there. Sweet. I'm going to want to bring this to about here. So rail dismantling. Get out of it. This wants to go this way first. But I suppose I should think about how this is going to come back up this way first. Actually, that works out pretty nicely. That's that line sorted. Let's get the last bit of this one in. There we go. I hope all of this is going to function properly. It's a big ask, I know. There we are. Right, rails are now all in place. So, I've got the car over here. I do have the car over here. Let's go and take the Limestone train from Steelport and see if the journey works well. So let's hop in here and go for a quick drive and turn the bloody car around. Right, Limestone exports are this station. That's what this are. Right, brake? We don't need brake. Okay, so your next stop is not going to be Iron Plate 1. It's going to be the bunker, import Elstone. And right, there we go. Okay, it's moving, so I'm assuming that means that the journey is fine. I just want to check to make sure it's all okay. Oh, it does just about clip through that, so I'll have to change that. But maybe just making it a 1 meter foundation should be fine. Whee! Seems to be okay so far. Oh, okay. Whoa! Nicely done. We can offload what little bit of cargo there is. So I still need to get the miners actually powered. But then we need to restructure all of the constructors that are underneath this platform. And we need to try and accommodate for the amount of resources that we're going to be bringing in. But it's nice to get some new delivery routes on the tracks. And I'm just glad that the rails have all been laid out properly. I do still have a little bit of rail work that needs to be tidied up. Like there needs to be a bit to, you know, they need to put some straights across all of that bit. But otherwise, this all seems to be functioning perfectly fine. Yep. I'm happy with this. It's done a good job so far. Right. I think I can just leave you doing your thing. I might try and bring some power over to these machines, though. Get these miners online. Have I overclocked them? That's a question. No, I have not. I'll overclock these guys again. Just to get them up and running. We'll bring some power down from over here. Bring it down to about there. And power to this one, which I think also needs overclocking. Yeah. There we go. That's going to get us at least some supplies. Not quite a full Mark V belt yet, but we might be able to push it close. But it's certainly getting some resources into this station now, which is the good stuff. Here comes the train, wiggling his way down. Air brakes in full effect. Great stuff. And away we go. I am proud of these trains. I am proud of this factory. It's looking damn good. Even if it is completely unfinished. There's so much unfinished stuff, it's unbelievable. Right, now I'm gonna pop out here. How much are we going here? Yeah, it's loading up alright. It's not too bad. I do need to figure out where I want to send all the materials, though. And how many belts I want to try and bring in. Like, do I want to potentially be able to supply 4 Mark V belts to this facility? Because at the moment we're not producing that much limestone. And not likely to be for quite a while. But obviously I've got to think on where all of this stuff is going to go. So what I might just start off with will be tearing up all of the current infrastructure. And we'll start figuring out like how many constructors we could fit under here, because that's going to be our limiting factor, is how many machines we can get in. Like, as stated before, you know, we can go about overclocking them eventually, which will obviously be an option to consider. Oh, I'm tearing up loads of bloody foundations while I'm doing this. Might not be best to use mass dismantle. Now, we have things cleared out. Now we've got to try and figure out what's going to go where. So, you may see, if I were to have this as like the sort of far end of the production line, this could work. I can make this work, I think. Now, if I were to build it this far along, yeah, I'm not going to get another belt in up that way. But if I were to bring it out over here, I could just about do that. So maybe I just need to shimmy things along a little bit. Yeah, 3 columns in. And these will produce 45 a minute. No, 15 a minute. They require 45 per minute. Okay. So time for some numbers. Numbers. So 1 Mark V belt can supply 17.3 recurring machines, so we may as well call it 17. As for the outputs, it can support 52. So that's a lot of machines. But I'm not sure how I want to set this up, so thinking I might go with batches of 4. Right, I need some more reinforced plate, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules like mapped out. So that's 40 machines. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. So it'll be 8 in total. So there's that. I'm going to hop back in here so I can get back over to Steelport, because I left the car over there. I need some resources. I've run out of reinforced plate. I'm also running out of space. That's not good. Yeah, do I have any reinforced plate in the car? No. I'm wondering where I do have reinforced plate. Did I leave some in the truck? Or this big container? I'm sure I've got more of it around here. It's just locating it. I mean, if not, we can always go off elsewhere to go and track some down. That's more concrete, which is always good, you know. I'm not going to turn my nose up at it, but Loads of crap in here I don't need. Reinforced plate! Yes, knew I had some lying around. And I think I need cable for making constructors, so I'll have that as well. May as well just take the lot for materials that I need. Yeah, here's those two. Cool. Let's drive back. I may have to remove this conveyor lift, just because I feel like the output line may move based on all of this stuff going in. But let's get more like these corner constructors in just to mark out where we're building stuff. Oh, I cocked up the alignment on some of this. I don't know, the guidelines were giving me something weird. I don't think I've messed anything up down here. Maybe it was giving me like a guideline connection to something on the top floor. Yeah, been a bit odd. That's alright, I think we'll be able to manage. Can I fit another one in down this way? No. Unless it were to go horizontal. But even then it's going to be a bit snug, so maybe leave it as it is. And yeah, that's not going to fit there. Bloody miner. Alright, I think that's as many constructors as I'm going to be able to fit in down here with the layout that I've got. So let's fill the rest of it in and see... Fucking hell, you're loud. Let's see how many machines we've got down here. Okay, so somehow I've managed to squeeze 80 constructors into this space. That's a lot. 80 constructors making concrete are going to require 3.6 thousand concrete or limestone a minute, and will produce 1,200 concrete a minute. So that's not bad. That's pretty much the most we're going to be able to expand with this system, or with this facility, until either I overclock the machines or Constructor Mark IIs come into the game. So we'll have to see what's going to happen on that front. I can get power lines in here, which is good. Can I get the Mark II power lines in? Because they are taller. And the answer to that is yes, so that's good. Right. So now comes the awesomely fun time that I'm going to have, most likely off camera. I've got to get all of the recipes set, I've got to get all the belts in place, sort out all of the undercarriage for everything, and figure out where the belts for both inputs and outputs are going to be going. Oh, this is going to be a lot of work. But hopefully it will work out okay. I'm certainly hoping that it will. I'll have to figure out what belts I'm going to need to provide everything, you know, Mark 1 through 5, whichever ones. It's going to be a lot of off-camera work because it's going to be very, very dull. But we may have all of that sorted by the next episode, or most likely not. So some of it may just end up happening on camera as we try and get things finished up around here. But I will try and get the bulk of it done off camera. We'll just have to see how we go. I'm going to wrap this episode up here, now that we've got this little bit all set up. We do have a train on the rails running back and forth from this station, which is obviously good news. I do need to sort out the remaining miners over by Steelport. That's definitely something I need to go and get sorted, because we're not bringing in... Well, I mean, we're fully loading this station now, but we're not bringing in anywhere near as much as we could. We've got another 2 miners to go and hook up, so I'll try and get that sorted at some point as well. Oh, it's encroaching clearance. Never mind. But yeah, for now, I will wrap this episode up here, and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off.
Must I pass through the bowels of the monster?
Oh God, yes, you must.